People of Reddit, what NSFW thing have you done in public? I downloaded a torrent off free city Wi-Fi. Painted a window frame at work a few weeks ago fairly high up on scaffolding without safety. Just across the street and around the corner is the Occupational Health and Safety Office. I was literally playing with fire. Stepped down the ladder of my tractor in the wrong direction. If our security guy would have seen that, he wouldn't have been very happy. Myself and another employee had sex in a movie theater directly behind the screen while a movie was playing to an audience. We could see them through the microperfs in the screen, but they couldn't see us. I think the movie was Antoine Fisher. Went on a date. After some drinks, the girl and I thought we might jump the fence at a nearby park to swim in the pool. Instead, we just banged on the nearby picnic table. A guy rode by on a bicycle. We did not stop, lol. Trashiest thing I have ever done. Ran bollock naked from the town center to where I lived for a £1 bet. Arguing with my boss at a cafe. Wasn't very safe for work. Ran with a knife in my hand. First date with a girl, she took me to the woods where she fucked me and gave me chlamydia. My former workmate and I did the deed in a well-lit walkway beside the McDonald's where we used to work. Graveyard shift memories. Had an ex go down on me while I was standing outside of her car with the driver's side door open. I dared her as a little joke, but didn't expect it. It was wide in the open and next to a main road. I'm still not entirely sure we weren't caught. Same ex, but getting roadhead in the middle of the night. Random cop started showing lights and getting real close, like almost hitting my car. The moment her head went up, he stopped and disappeared into the dark. That one was a lot less fun. Had sex with my husband then boyfriend on a park bench at 9 p.m. Also did it in an empty coat check near a hotel's ballroom banquet hall after not seeing each other for 4 months. I've had sex in so many national and state parks. Also a parking garage one time. Fingered my partner in a movie theater. Did not indicate before turning. I was holding my shit in and couldn't be bothered. Sex on the beach, sex in a field, handjob under the table at a bar in Waterloo, also blowjob standing on a mountain peak. I forgot about that one, and it was only 2 months ago. That one was kinda public. Half the island could have seen if they got their binoculars out. My wife accidentally shit on a grave. I am laughing as I type this. I always laugh when I think about it. People sometimes ask me why I laugh, but I cannot. Is the nicest of persons. Bondage in a small forest was quite fun. And at movie theater, baseball bleachers, parking complex, parked car at elementary school parking lot at night so no kids around, hood of car at end of a farmer's driveway until he let his dogs out. But my favorite was on the cliffs of Sagres in Portugal. It was just before sunset and there were crowds gathered at the cliffs at the southwesternmost tip. We decided to separate ourselves and found a spot a few hundred meters north. And as the sun dipped under the horizon, she gave me the most picturesque floppy toppy of my life. I'm sure a few people noticed, but they were just far enough away that I didn't feel bad and just close enough that it still felt naughty. Sex in public is a thing I've done many times. 2-time standout. 1. A girl and I were having sex on a hood of a car on a country road. It was dark. Next thing we know, there is a guy in a horse watching us about 15 feet away. 2. My wife and I are pretty positive that she was conceived at a roadside park on I-20 in Spelling. Got pinned down and humped by 2 pretty hot girls on a jumping pillow in a public playground. Was awesome. BTW. Slept the entire work time at my office desk, maybe snored too. Very NSFW. Had sex next to Mozart's grave. I have a tiny bladder, so I've peed in so many alleyways, behind cars, and basically in places I shouldn't have. Never full face open to public with my dick out, but definitely shouldn't be peeing there. It was early in the morning and dark out still. Went for a 5,000 run with nothing but my socks and shoes on. Got EBG in a crowded movie in someone's gas tank downstairs. Neighbors at an old apartment that were crackheads, and I'm 98 sure stole my speakers from my car. Had sex in the back of a car at a busy truck stop during the lots of drugs. I didn't do this but was directly involved. pantsed a friend in a busy, large mall. Turned out he was going commando that day, and the number one thing I did that was NSFL. We called it the switch in my friend's SUV. The driver would climb out the window onto the roof of the SUV while the passenger moved over to the driver's seat. We did this while driving on side streets and once on a 55 miles per hour highway. Lucky one of us didn't die from doing that. Had sex. Fixing my cock position in public. I worked in the street without a safety vest. I stood on a chair on a table. Been idle. Don't do that at work. Fucked my girl on the balcony of our hotel room directly across the street from a beach full of people. She was wearing a long t-shirt with panties underneath, and I had on basketball shorts. I had my dick out the leg of my shorts and moved her panties to side and slid inside her. Even with people looking directly at us, they couldn't see anything but me standing behind her and moving my hips a little. I'm sure some people had an idea of what was going on. Took my shirt off. It was at a beach, but still. Took off my shirt at beach, but didn't get any attention 'cause I'm a boy. Fingered my then girlfriend and the got ABJ behind a bar we used to go to at uni. Pretty much every Thursday night. Fingered a girlfriend while she was driving on a highway. Had sex in an airline lounge in the bathrooms. Fingered my now wife on a plane beneath a blanket. Think that's it. Standing on an office chair to put up seasonal ornaments. Made out with another guy's wife in the back seat of their car while he watched from the front. We were in the parking lot of the restaurant where we had just finished having drinks. She then gave me a blowjob while he drove us to the hotel room. Plenty of people in both parking lots who could have seen if they had looked in our direction. Went on to have a fantastic threesome at the hotel. Stood on a desk instead of getting a ladder. I'm reading this point right now in public. Had oral sex on a beach and sex at school. Jacked off while driving. I went downstairs without touching the hand railing. When I was a tire tech, I took a 2-liter pop bottle, drilled a hole in the cap, stuck a valve stem in it, put the air hose on it, and filled it till it exploded. It only took about 2 seconds, and holy crap was it loud. I was 2 stories underground, and I swear the manager got down there in about 5 seconds, wondering what the hell was going on. Why snapping into place on the rim, and he gave me a suspicious look. But everyone else in the shop backed me up through their shit-eating grins, and we all nearly fell over laughing when he walked away. I'm probably lucky I didn't get hurt. It was way more powerful than I expected it to be. Sex in a park at night. That was close to the highway. I'm 110 sure we were seen by about a dozen people. I always cut toward my body with a box cutter and never remember to retract the blade before I set it down. I was taking a walk with my ex in his neighborhood. It's a rural area and we were walking alongside some empty open field. He suddenly stopped when we were passing by a tree, looked at me, and literally without warning bent me over, pulled my pants and underwear down, and fucked me against that one tree in the field. I never was one for public sex. I value my privacy and don't want strangers to see me naked. And he knew that. It was a very anxiety-inducing experience. His disrespect of my boundaries is a big part of why he is now an ex. I don't use 3 points of contact when disembarking a helo. Someone with fuck you money that lives on the water in Clearwater. If Al has a really nice infinity pool that once contained a very naked and drunk me. I just couldn't squander that opportunity. I just walked around the wall they had near the water, flipped on their nice pool lights, slipped out of clothes and into pool, waved at the nighttime boats passing by, and chilled. No, I don't think anyone was home, and I'm 99.9 sure it's some flavor of Airbnb or rental. Fingered my ex to squirt all over the place sitting on a wall beside the river in a rather busy place near a city beach area. Just when we finished, we sat beside the very wet spot talking, and the photographer of the city beach came over and asked us if he could take a picture of us. Thanks for watching.